Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. A Spadzer, episode 14. I'm Goran Starborn. And I had fried potatoes for breakfast. In the last episode, we went through the cathedral, we brought the spiral stairs up, or down, I should say. So that we could get over here. And now we're fighting these dudes. Maybe one of them will drop his halberd. And I can remember whether or not it's good. By not remembering it, but just experiencing it again. Get it again. Oh, jeez. I like it makes a sound like you're hitting something squishy, even when you hit him in the shield. What? There we go. Alright then. We're moving on. Now we'll meet some gargoyles, just like the ones that brought us over here, but for some reason these ones don't like us. I've never really understood that. But, secret to these guys, well, usually the secret to these guys, is that if you just keep your shield up, point yourself toward the edge so that their back is to it, just keep walking up every time they back up, eventually they'll knock themselves off the edge, and for some reason, again, much unlike the ones in the beginning, these ones' wings don't work, and they just fall to their deaths. Pretty trivial way to get rid of them. But they do, unless you have a special shield that blocks 100% electrical, they will get through your shield a little bit, so you gotta remember to watch your health and heal. But yeah, that's those three done. Well, if I seem a little melancholy, it's just anticipation of the next area. We're rapidly approaching the without a doubt, the hardest area of the game, which is just a couple of guys that shoot arrows at you. And that one killed himself. And that one got murdered. But yeah. There's that guy. One of the changes they made to Remastered that I don't like at all is that their arrows now occasionally go through the fencing there. Used to be it didn't, and you could sit there and fire arrows back at them to get rid of them before you came up here. But now you kind of just have to run up here and place yourself in hazard. And somehow I did that first try. I was actually really worried that I was going to start to get upset on during a recording, because those guys frustrate me to no end. The arrows that they were shooting at us, you might have noticed, were huge. If they hit you, it causes an insane amount of knockback to where you, like, fly backwards and fall on your back. And more often than not on that ledge, that means you fall to your death from one hit. It even knocks you back pretty far, even when you block. Pretty frustrating. Sunbro's here.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
What a swell guy.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that. You really are fond of chatting with me. Oh no.
I like Sunbro. He's cool. Alright. I think we're just gonna keep pushing Strength, Dex, and Vit up until they're all at 20. And then I'll dump points into Vit until it's at like 40, and then I'll just be dumping points into Dex. How's it going? Poor guy. What's in here? What were you guarding? The sunlight metal. Those are the ones that you turn into the sunlight altar to get sun spears. There they are. This faintly warm metal engraved with a symbol of the sun is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the warrior of sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the Annals. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. Sweet lord. We still have a medium roll, because we didn't take the crossbow off of our bar. But now it's off. We're good now. Wow. That dude totally juked me. Did you see that shit? He ran up like he was gonna stab me, and then he just did a slashing attack. He had his sword back like he was about to thrust. And then at the last second, he brought it up and swung down. What a psycho. There is a secret in here. If you look here, you can see a staircase there, leading down. If you open this door, illusory wall ahead. Illusory wall ahead. You can see that, like, there's nothing beyond here, even though you can see through that window that there is. But like these messages say, there's an illusory wall right there. So you just walk into the fireplace. That noise is kind of freaking me out. In the original version of Dark Souls, when you come down here, there's nothing in here except a mimic, and then a bunch of that guy at the bottom of the tower, Havel. We got his ring. His armor and weapon are down here. But there's nothing other than that down here. But I'm hearing this heavy breathing, and that's got me concerned that Remastered is different. And it stopped when we got down here. Amazing trap ahead. Now you can tell it's a mimic if you stand here and look closely. You can see it's breathing. You can kind of see the teeth. And the chain is reaching out as if to grab you. Whereas these ones don't move and the chain is curled backward. But a plus 15 halberd makes short work of the mimic. And he has an occult club. A simple wooden club. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes, is easily handled, can be break. Blah, 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 blah. I guess it just says the club stuff. But it has occult on it, which is useful for dealing extra damage to the gods. The Dragon Tooth. Havel's Great Shield. Havel's Helm and Havel's Armor. Havel's Gauntlets and Leggings. This is an extremely heavy armor. For reference, we had to get up to 145.8 in order to wear what I'm wearing and have a light roll. If I were to put on all of Havel's armor, I would probably have to get it up to like 280 or something like that. It's ridiculous. But, you know, you usually don't worry about light rolling in Havel's armor. You use that to be tanky. We have descriptions. Leggings worn by Havel the Rock's warriors. Carved from solid rock, their tremendous weight is matched only by the defense they provide. Havel's warriors never flinched nor retreated from battle. Those unfortunate enough to face them were inevitably beaten to a pulp. Armor says anything different? No. A lot of times the helmet will say something different, though. Not that one. That one says the same stuff. But we did get his shield as well. Great shield of the legendary Havel the Rock, cut straight from a great slab of stone. This great shield is imbued with the magic of Havel, provides strong defense, and is incredibly heavy. A true divine heirloom on par with the Dragon Tooth. And it requires 50 strength to wield, so we'll not be using that, obviously. The Dragon Tooth, created from an everlasting dragon tooth. Legendary great hammer of Havel the Rock. The Dragon Tooth will never break, as it is harder than stone, and it grants its wielder resistance to magic and flame. I always thought that was an interesting term, harder than stone. Because there are a bunch of different kinds of stone, and some of them are extremely brittle, and some of them are insanely hard. Harder than stone, one might say. We could... I think we will. Let's just go through the castle legitimately. You can jump off of that railing onto a platform that will get you to the bosses much faster. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler. The boss is actually two people. Oof. Kind of scared me. I missed that thrust there. I thought he was going to grab me. But silver coin! We got the silver coin! The silver coin! Say it enough times, and it'll be more interesting. Coin made of silver with a portrait of the legendary Night King Rindle on its face. Oh, neat. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. What's in here? Should be a knight in here. Maybe it's hiding behind the door. Yeah, there he is. Little stinker. Come over here, you. Oh, he did it again. Those... you... cheap bastards. I go to parry them, and they're like, psych, I wasn't stabbing, I'm gonna slash you. Like, jerk? Like, hey man, life or death, no rules. I'm like, well, fair enough. I tried to adjust for it. I knew he was gonna do it, and I tried to adjust for it, but I didn't quite get it. Another giant arrow shooting feller. Gotcha! Dragon Slayer arrows. The giant dragon hunting arrows resembling iron spears, used by Hawkeye Goff and his dragon slayers. They puncture human flesh easily. Dragon Slayer arrows can only be used with the Dragon Slayer greatbow and vice versa. Neat. Oh, that's the path to the boss. Let's explore the rest of this area first, because there are some other things to see. There are some other things to see. This castle has much to offer. Ah! Sigmar.
Whatever can be done.
What's on your mind?
Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite we'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed.
We don't need 5 bodies, we just need me. I'll take care of him, Sigmar, don't you worry. You sit tight. Oh, jeez! Try to get the jump on me. He kinda did, I guess. Glad you guys stood still. Oh, the Silver Knight straight sword. The Silver Knights of Anorlando guard the city using this beautifully slender weapon. Its chain attacks, in which the wielder takes great advancing steps and makes use of its body weight, are deadly even in single hits. Even in single hits! Ah, cool, we got just one of them. That's what I wanted. Gotcha! I wonder if you drag him over here, if Sigmar will fight him with you. He just, like, doesn't even care that he's getting hit. Sigmar, Sigmar. Why does she do nothing?
What's on your mind, friend? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Tiny being's ring.
But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
The tiny being's ring. Ring made of an ancient tiny jewel grants a small increased HP. Ring grants powers large and small. The discovery and effective use can make rounds journey easier. I had to read it like that. It's called the Tiny Being's Ring. Don't you know anything? Two Demon Titanite. Oh man, we're getting a lot of Demon Titanite. What are you doing? Shooting arrows? Oh, you bastard. That sucks.
Get the party.